Have you ever wondered why we cry, whether from physical pain or deep emotion? Tears are more than just a reaction to pain or sadness. They're a fascinating physiological response with different types and purposes, each playing a unique role in our health and emotional well-being. Today, we'll dive into the science behind why we cry and uncover the profound reasons behind this human phenomenon. Think back to the last time you shed tears. Was it due to physical pain or intense emotion? People shed tears in response to external stimuli like intense pain or when a foreign object enters the eye. On the other hand, people also cry due to deep sadness, intense joy, or profound emotional experiences like appreciating an art piece. The physical sensation of stubbing your toe and the strong emotional impact that shakes your soul are clearly different types of information for the human body. Nonetheless, the body responds through the same physiological phenomenon of crying. This is quite intriguing. By what mechanism do we shed tears from our eyes? Tears are a liquid that flows from the capillaries in the lacrimal glands after blood cells like red blood cells are removed. And it can be described as transparent blood flowing from the eyes. As for their composition, approximately 98% is water, and they contain electrolytes such as sodium chloride, proteins like lysozyme, as well as oils and mucins, all of which keep your eyes moisturized. Humans shed tears for various reasons, but did you know that there are different types of tears with unique characteristics? Human tears can be broadly classified into three types. The first type is basal tears. These tears constantly moisturize and protect the eyes and are important for conditions like dry eye, though you might not normally notice them. The second type is reflex tears. These tears are reflexively secreted when something gets into the eyes or when cutting onions. When pain signals are transmitted from the eyes, the brain responds by instructing the eyes to protect themselves by shedding tears. And this information stimulates the lacrimal glands via the parasympathetic nervous system, causing tears to fall. The final type is emotional tears. These tears flow due to emotional changes such as being moved or feeling sad. The mechanism is not fully understood, but it is believed that intense emotional stimuli strongly activate specific parts of the brain, leading to the dominance of the parasympathetic nervous system and the resulting flow of tears. Incidentally, the parasympathetic nervous system is an autonomic nervous system that is activated when you are in a relaxed state, such as during sleep or rest. This fact is quite interesting when considering the science of crying. When emotional tears flow, i.e., in situations where the heart is greatly moved, the mind is in a state opposite of relaxation. This should be evident from your own experiences. Despite this, your body transitions to a parasympathetic dominant mode, making emotional tears a very complex and peculiar physiological phenomenon. By the way, humans are the only beings on Earth that shed emotional tears. The production of tears from the heart can be said to be a definitive barrier that separates humans from other beings. But why have humans acquired this special physiological phenomenon? This involves human physiology as animals, the highly developed brain, and human sociality. As already explained, tears are classified into three types, and emotional tears differ in composition from other tears, containing substances such as adrenocorticotropic hormone, which is involved in stress responses, and manganese, which is related to human aggression, anxiety, and irritation, and whose excessive accumulation increases the risk of depression. It is believed that as a result of strong emotional responses, the balance of these biological substances becomes disrupted, and by dissolving and expelling these excess substances through tears, the body maintains homeostasis. Judging from this point, emotional tears can be considered a form of detox, but since the amount of tears is limited, it is difficult to explain everything with this theory alone. Let's also focus on brain reactions. In cases where people watched emotionally moving films and were in a state of crying, it was found that the medial prefrontal cortex of the brain is strongly activated when humans shed emotional tears. This area, also known as the empathy area, is a special region that allows humans to understand and share emotions with others. It has also been found that those who cried experienced improvements in feelings of confusion, tension, and anxiety. Additionally, shedding emotional tears promotes the secretion of hormones like oxytocin and endorphins in the brain, which are known to alleviate both mental and physical pain. Thus, Crying is a physiological reaction specific to social beings and can be seen as a self-contained therapy to actively eliminate mental and physical pain. You may have heard that tear glands become more sensitive and people become more prone to crying as they get older. This phenomenon can be explained by brain functionality, but it includes a somewhat harsh truth. The phenomenon of crying is deeply related to the frontal lobe of the brain, which is involved in emotional regulation. With aging, the function of this area deteriorates, making it harder to suppress emotions, leading to tears. Many people also become more prone to anger with age, and this can also be explained by the deterioration of the frontal lobe. The opposite reactions of tearfulness and irritability are controlled by the same brain region, making the human heart truly mysterious. Why do only humans shed emotional tears? This can also be partially explained by brain functions. Your brain contains special neurons called mirror neurons, which activate the same areas of your brain when you observe others' actions as if you were performing those actions yourself. When you see someone crying, you feel sad too, sometimes to the point of crying yourself or wanting to extend a helping hand. In other words, the phenomenon of crying can be seen as a survival strategy that humans developed as a powerful tool to share emotional pain with others and gain social support. Regarding sociality, interesting proposals have been made from the perspective of hostile communication between humans. For example, imagine a situation where you are captured by a hostile group and your life is in danger. Overwhelmed by strong anxiety, you would beg for your life, shedding large tears. At this time, your vision would be blurred by tears, but how would this appear to the adversary watching you? Because your vision is impaired by the tears, it functions as a signal that there is no danger of escape or retaliation. In other words, indicating physical submission. Moreover, the intense sadness and anxiety conveyed by your crying stimulate the empathy of the adversary, potentially reducing the likelihood of further harm. Incidentally, women are the ones who deeply understand and skillfully utilize the benefits of crying. Depending on the culture and tradition, women generally tend to cry more frequently than men. According to one survey, adult women cry an average of 4 to 5 times a month, whereas men cry about 0 to 1 times a month. Women also tend to have more positive feelings about crying compared to men, and feel that the social support, sympathy, and assistance they receive by shedding tears are beneficial. Furthermore, it is known that women are more likely than men to feel better after crying, which suggests that women actively utilize the therapeutic effects of crying. It is often said that tears are a woman's weapon, and this is scientifically accurate. Emotional tears, these transparent droplets, are infused with various chemicals and emotional conflicts. While the act of shedding tears may seem like just a physiological phenomenon, its essence is a natural healing for the mind and body and a special means of emotional expression unique to humans. So, when you are sad, happy, or when your soul trembles, please feel free to cry your heart out. Crying may be embarrassing, but it is useful, and this is the truth that the science of crying has reached. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Take care and see you in the next video. Goodbye.